Do you want your McFarlane figure to go from this to this? Well, today I'm going to be showing you some simple modifications that you can make to improve articulation. This is the McFarlane I've already modded. As you can see, the head and the ab crunch is 10 times better than your average McFarlane. First, I'm going to show you on the one that I've already modded how I did it. As you can see on the neck, I cut away a few pieces to help the joint move up and down. Here's a side by side so you can really see the difference. Now I'll show you the inside of the torso. Same thing as the neck joint, just a little bit bigger cuts. After I show you the one that I've already modded, we will be modding one in this video so I can show you exactly on how to do it. One thing I want to say before we start though, is I don't recommend doing this modification unless you pose figures and can hit angles well, because some of the modifications that you make are pretty noticeable. But with angles, you can't see the cuts and it vastly improves articulation. Today we will be modding another one of my Batman figures so I can show you exactly how to do it. For tools, I'm going to be using an X-Acto knife, just personally what I prefer to use. First, I'll show you on how to improve the neck articulation. First, take the X-Acto knife and go ahead and cut down into the neck, then slowly curve the X-Acto knife upward. You cut basically a half circle. Now switch to the back of the neck and go ahead and do the exact same thing you did in the front, but do it a little bit smaller because it is a bit more noticeable. At the end, you should be having something that looks a little bit like this. Now let's pop the head back on and I'll show you the articulation. And as you can see, it really improves the down and the up on the head, because even with that little bit extra movement, it will really help with posing the figure. Now for the best part, I'll be showing you how to increase the articulation on the ab crunch. You will only be needing the bottom of the torso. I highly recommend soaking or heating up the bottom half so you can easily get it off. Simply do the same thing you did on the neck, but a little bit bigger. I personally just slowly chop away at the plastic until I feel like the articulation is going to be good. What I recommend is putting the pieces back together on the torso so you can really feel the ab crunch and work on where you think it needs to be improved. Personally, on this part, I do a little bit of a screwing motion to really get the plastic to just chip off. But please be safe if you're new to using an X-Acto knife, because you can't pose figures if you don't have fingers. So when cutting the pieces, make sure not to go too far down on the ab crunch, because otherwise it will be loose. And be careful to not cut too far downwards, because then it will be noticeable. The sides of the torso, I only cut the top, because if you cut down too low, the ball joint will not go in. Now for the bottom of the torso, I only cut 2 tiny pieces like I do on the neck. Do not do any more than that. But as you can see, the 2 tiny cuts are all you need. It really helps with the crunch. Now go ahead and attach the top back on, and boom, there you go. You have 10 times better ab crunch on a McFarlane. Like I said though, certain angles you can see the cuts, but if you did it right when it's just standing upwards, you can't see them at all. As you can see, these simple modifications help you hit poses that you're not usually able to hit on McFarlanes. To wrap things up though, if you want to increase articulation on your McFarlanes, just follow this easy guide. In my opinion, it's super worth doing because you can hit more poses. But if you made it to the end of the video, comment down below what type of tutorials you want next. Whether it's more posing tips, editing tips, or even just where to buy figures. Just let me know what y'all want in the comments. But like always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Omnio!